I'm not playing no games. Yeah. Circle a rat back and I'm going and leaving tracks in morning. And I don't give a crap whether you streaming, you torrent this. You can try to contest, but you be needing an army. Beat them in Normandy, current rappers eat to the warning. Stone cold like a Steve Austin. He jacking, I'm putting rappers in these coffins. He's acting like he got it, but he's lost it. Keep attacking these slackers that wanna feed off me. He's softy. This one for everybody, supporters to haters, just to show that I'm greater. I mean, steak and potatoes on the way to Decatur. Maybe there's just a little made up, but you got a little ways up before you can even make up all the ground. And the distance between us, I'm lapping around, and that's the reason you seen us. And you can talk down, but that don't really mean much, cause you are a clown, let my enemies team up. It still won't be a fair fight, cause I'm very nice. I practice at every night to get on this herd mic. You know I'm alert, right? You know that it ain't nothing to serve, right? And I be killing tracks to the earth like my birthright. I'm solid like sound money, and you fools sound funny. Now one of you clowns want me to pound your face in the dirt, so stop irking me when I'm round. No, it's going down, I'm going to town, holding the crown. I'm saying that I'm so amazing. If I'm Ruben, then you Clay Aiken, but second place gets nothing. So get up out this godforsaken booth. The truth is you sadly mistaken. Proof I'm better than layman shoot. I'm Super Saiyan blue. This rap game, what you can't pursue. I'm a blatant root canal like an aching tooth. So now, cause the rap circle is here now. Underestimated my following, gave our dollars to the pre-order column. So what the problem is, say you was dropping it, and then turn around, did the opposite. Line in your pockets, you got a lot of nerve to be opting this. I guess I bit off more than I can chew. Let's not excuse my tardiness, I like to apologize to my audience. Not like I've been partying, promise not being fraudulent. I've been in homestead like a privatizing Rothbardian. Part of a parliament, that's a problem. I plan on abolishing, cause a raucous, I'll best the friggin' product you all are in. And all that talking, I ain't buying what you offering. You bout as intimidating and soft as what your daughter is. You been a faking, yet you still hating. You can't knock me cause I've been through Olympic trials of tribulations. Been on this grind and walked many miles to get this cake, and now I'm going ape like I'm a Saiyan. Quit playing with me, cause I'm a lot to deal with. I don't acknowledge you because you too retarded to understand my skill set. So when I kick this knowledge, it's gonna fly over your heel head. So polish up your mind real fast so I don't feel bad. I went from being broke to being hopeful, from standing on the post to going postal. I'm supposed to be on the poster competition's toast because I'm vocal. A bar for you like I'm Oprah. You should probably get off the sofa or the soapbox. Going at me, I hope not. You attacking with no plot cause you act like a robot. You move when you told to move. You a puppet with a master, I'm the antithesis, that's why I'm opposed to you. I'm the whack rapper, back snapper. Used to be a gat capper, now I'm spitting raps from the Adam's apple. Better back paddle before you get the best at them. That battle's not one you won't back at them. Average guys asking me how I smash these beats. If I told you, I'd have to fold you, that's classified. Don't like to brag, but I had to boast, it's a fad of mine. So please don't be sad when the pennies pad with that in mind. I think it's asinine that people whine like a buster because they life don't measure up to another sucker. What type of life might tell Tucker I don't support you? Tactics the way that you battle and they gon' cut the mustard. You seem like you a teen wife, not prepared for this mean life, not even aware you just see a green light. I think you mean right, but you look at me like an alien in the night. If I'm the A, then you the Z type. The proto, it's me, bro. You can try to dress it up when I'm in street clothes, I still peak, so probably one of the few lies I ever told. That's because I don't peak, I just grow. Being patient with them, I try to, but you got room temperature IQ. Expecting a lecture from these idiot guys who got opinions not worth what's under my shoe. Y'all tripping on truth when we call it out, cause y'all people as goofy as I'll get out. If y'all with them and not with you, I'd sit out, cause every rapper's on the list now, mad at a pitch count. Throwing heaters like my soul's beat up. No people focus on hoaxes in the shows he book, and I'm hoping to open doors and I got foes and such. But I know that I'll be opposing to the goal. I must start attacking. Ain't lacking, my brain's lashed in. Same way that I game is the same way of the backhand. All the pain that I bring up is like the pain to the Batman. I'm back cracking. Whack trends claiming they rap fans and backtracking. Give a crap about the what's his face. Only thing you out rapping is a sandwich at Subway. And y'all just so happen to welcome beef on my lunch plate. And you are a disaster and this can only go one way. And you're steady flashing guns in your music vids. And I know you do it for the fun, but what you doing is abusing every rule. Of course you can use it quick. You're showing the world you don't know what you are doing, kid.
Why would you waste your time when you can be so much more, so much more, so much more. Why would you go in blind when you could be so much more? So much more.
No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What up, what up, what up? Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Welcome to the Sunday Headlines with Cannon Speaks. I'm your host, Cannon Hotep. I appreciate you guys joining me today. On this, here in Baltimore, is a very dreary, rainy day. Very dreary and rainy day. But it's all right, because despite that, we're going to have a nice, blessed day. Anyway, if you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share the stream. Let people know that we're live. If you're here catching the replay, leave me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Hit that thumbs up. Likes are free. Comments are free. You know, help me beat that algorithm. Also, go over to Rumble and subscribe to my channel on Rumble. It's Cannon Hotep on Rumble. CANNON Hotep on Rumble. Anyway, let's get into it. So, I only got a couple of stories today. Just wanted to touch base with you guys. So the first story we're going to talk about is Reid getting triggered over Ron DeSantis warning to looters amidst the devastation of Hurricane Ian hitting the southwest coast of Florida. So we're going to get into that. And we're going to talk about Russell Brand's PSA to free-thinking content creators out there. And the solutions to what we should be doing as far as that's concerned. You know, is Rumble the new Noah's Ark for free speech? You know, we're gonna find, I guess only time will tell, but we'll talk about that today too. Anyway, what I wanted to do first though is do a second shot at trying to let's do some predictions on some games today, right? Let's see who's playing today. What we got today. All right, let's do this. Let's make this a little bigger too. There we go. All right, let's jump over here real quick. Go right there. All right, we in week 4. So on Thursday we had the Dolphins and the Bengals. The Bengals beat the Dolphins 27-15. So today, 9:30 a.m. God damn, that's an early game. They about to start. The Vikings versus the Saints. I'm gonna take the Saints. I think the Saints got what it takes to take the Vikings out. So I'm gonna go Saints on that. Let's see what we got. Seahawks versus the Lions. I'm gonna go Seahawks against the Lions. Jets versus Steelers. I'm gonna go Jets over the Steelers. I'm gonna go Jets over the Steelers. Bears versus the Giants today at 1. I don't know. The Giants has been. I'm gonna go Giants. I'm gonna go Giants over the Bears. Titans versus the Colts. I'm gonna take the Titans over the Colts. Chargers versus Texans. I'm gonna go Chargers over the Texans. Browns versus Falcons. I'm gonna go Browns versus the Falcons. Cowboys versus Washington. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna take Washington over the Cowboys. I'm gonna take Washington over the Cowboys for the win. Jaguars versus Eagles. I'm gonna take the Jags. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Jags over the Eagles. The Bills versus the Ravens. Of course, I'm gonna go Ravens. That's my bias showing people. Cardinals versus the Panthers. That's gonna be a good game, but I'm gonna take the Cardinals over the Panthers. Broncos versus the Raiders. I'm gonna go Raiders. I'm gonna go Raiders over the Broncos. Patriots versus the Packers. I'm gonna take the Packers over the Patriots. The Chiefs versus Bucks. Ooh, that's a good game. I'm gonna go Chiefs over the Bucks. I'm gonna go Chiefs over the Bucks. And then Rams versus 49ers. I'm gonna go LA Rams tomorrow. So we'll see. Anyway, appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. What up, Robert Banks? We got Robert Banks in the building. He says, "What's good, Cannon?" Let me see. Why is this not working now? There we go. Let's do a refresh real quick. All right, there we go. There we go. He says, "What's good, Cannon?" We got Steph Colonel in the building. Steph says, "Joy Reid is a nutcase." Yeah, she is, bro. She needs she needs some vitamin D, in my opinion. She needs some good vitamin D, maybe a little penicillin. Might loosen her up a little bit. Chris Priest in the building. What's up, Chris? He says, "Good morning." Anyway, let's get to it. All right, so the first story I got. Let's see. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna go Joy Reid basically calling Ron DeSantis racist for his warning to looters who plan to, capitalize on the tragedy and the devastation of Hurricane Ian. We've seen this before. What's up, Natalie? How y'all guys doing down there? Hopefully everything's all good with you. Anyway, let's get back to it. So let's get over here to this thing here. Joy Reid says DeSantis warning to looters in Ian's aftermath is like racist threat from segregationists. Now we've seen this. We've seen this with Hurricane Katrina, right? We've seen this happening in Texas when Texas got walloped by that hurricane a few years ago. We see this every time we have a natural disaster. People want to take full advantage of the bad situation, right? They loot, they steal, they form these groups and go around and start taking other people's shit because they don't have anything. They're in survival mode, right? And then some people, like I said, are just assholes who want to take advantage of everything. You know what I mean? What's going on? We got Jimmy Hadas Hotep in the building. What's going on, Jimmy? So, Reaction PR's in the building. Appreciate you guys. I guess YouTube finally starting to get my notifications out right now. Anyway, so we see this all the time, right? And Ron DeSantis said that he's not having it. He's not having it. So let me see. We're gonna go ahead and listen to his we're gonna go ahead and listen to what Ron DeSantis said, and then we'll revisit what Joy Reid said. Let's do that.
Particularly in those areas that were really hard hit, is we want to make sure we're maintaining law and order. Don't even think about looting. Don't even think about taking advantage of people in this vulnerable situation. And so local law enforcement is involved in monitoring that. I told Kevin if the state needs to help as well, because you can have people bringing boats into some of these islands and trying to ransack people's homes. I can tell you, in the state of Florida, you never know what may be lurking behind somebody's home. And I would not want to chance that if I were you, given that we're a Second Amendment state.
You're coming down to St. Johns County.
So that was it. He said, look, We ain't tolerating this looting shit. You're not about to go in here and start stealing from people that's already had everything damn near taken from them. We not having it. And you never know what's lurking behind somebody's house. Could be an alligator. You know what I mean? It could be a python. It could be a cult python. We don't know, right? So keep y'all dumbasses in the house and stop trying to take advantage of people. It's basically what he's saying, right? Nowhere in that whole thing, right? Nowhere in that whole thing he said anything about y'all Negroes or y'all Hispanics, or he ain't say none of that shit. He didn't say race, not one bit. Not one bit, right? He gave a warning to everybody. You know what I mean? He said, hey Jimmy, send that to me. What up, Kid Gravity? We got Kid Gravity in the building. What's going on? Appreciate you, sir. He ain't say none of that shit. He just basically like, yo, don't start none, won't be none. You know what I mean? That's what's up. I'm happy that you guys are okay in Tampa. Happy you guys are okay in Tampa, man. But yeah, you know what I mean? He just gave a fair warning to everybody. You know what I mean? That's it. That's it. But see, the left, because they're afraid of him. They're afraid of Ron DeSantis, right? They're afraid of Ron DeSantis. They try to do everything in their power to discredit this man. And I told you this before. If you can't beat a person that has like political power like he does, that political capital that he does, that following that he does, the people that are willing to, go to bat for him. If you can't beat a person like that, right? You attack their character. That's how you assassinate their character. We've seen them do this with Donnie T for, since 2016, right? Since probably before then. Just assassinate their character, make them unsavory to the public, to the court of public opinion. And that's what they're trying to do with Governor DeSantis, because, Donnie T ain't the only threat for 2024. So is this gentleman right here. Ron DeSantis is a threat, and they know that. They know that. They know that he could very well get the nod, and that he will lay fire to the left in any debate, anything. They know that. They're afraid of him. So what they try to do is they try to discredit character. They try to put something or make you see something that's not there. They try to make you see something that is just not there, right? So let's go over to see what, old Joy Reid had to say. But before, let me read these comments right here. Reaction PR says, my dad leans left. When I showed him DeSantis, he said, he's right. I told him, are you a fascist now? Yeah, I need to see that, yo. Hey Jimmy, send me that. DM me that the video that you're talking about. I did hear about Georgia Maloney. I haven't seen the video though. Jimmy Dawes says, notice how he gave the right to defense of property to the people, not government. That's facts. That reminder probably saved some lives. Joy would rather people get blasted so she can outrage report. Yeah, you're right. They'll send people into the streets to die just for their agenda, right? They'll send young men and women in the streets to die, right? So they can have, sexy news coverage. So they'll gaslight like this. You know what I mean? That's just what they do. So basically, she assumes all homeowners are white. Woo! Yeah. Or she's assuming all looters and robbers are black or people of color. Straight up. Andrew Davis, what's the deal? He says, I agree with Ron DeSantis. Some bad apples take from people who are vulnerable. Joy Reid doesn't use her platform to talk about the Clintons who took from the people of Haiti when they were in need. Woo. That's not. We ain't gonna touch that $14 billion. We ain't gonna touch that $14 billion that just so happened to go missing, during that whole situation over there. We ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about them kids that went missing too. YouTube might get me out of here. Natalie said, are they messing with that weather? HARP? Hey, I don't know. I know that Nord Stream debacle sounds like a HARP situation to me. Last I remember, that frequency could crack some shit. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate it. All right, reaction, send it to me too. Yeah, yep. Because didn't want to, if I'm not mistaken, you know, not to get off subject right now, but one of her aides was the one that got in trouble for that shit, right? You know what I mean? Down there in Haiti. Also, I sent you Dr. Prize nuclear video. Okay, I appreciate it. We're going to get to that stuff too. Let's get to it. All right, so they want to assassinate his character because he has too much political capital and that he could possibly be the candidate for the GOP come the 2024 primary. And he has a good shot. He has a really good shot. If I was Donnie T, I'd put my money behind him. I wouldn't run. I just put my money behind him. But, you know, Donnie T's ego. I remember that. I remember when they said Bush and company created Katrina. I remember that. I remember that shit. I do remember that shit. I think they said there was some strange goings-ons at the levees before that shit happened, right? And we did have HARP in full effect then too. Don't forget about that. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's get back to it. So, you heard what he said, right? Now, let's get to what Joy Reid was talking about. Like I said, if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button. Please share the stream, let people know we're live. Please hit that thumbs up button. Help me beat this algorithm. You know, we got 16 people in the room. Let's get 16 likes, please. Let's do this. Help me out here. YouTube is whooping my ass. And if you want, go to my Rumble page, Canon Hotep on Rumble, and subscribe over there. You can watch all of my videos there as well, all of my live streams. All right, so it says Reid took issue with the Florida governor's recent press conference about the state of recovery in Florida after the devastation wrought by Hurricane Ian. In the presser, the Florida governor mentioned his concerns about potential looting that could happen in the absence of infrastructure, which any good leader should be worried about, right? When something like this happens. Because when people lose things, they tend to go take the other shit that other people to have. You know? When people have not after something like this, like if you read any like survival book, the first thing to do when like not civilization collapses, but when a disaster happens or civilization collapse, people get desperate and people start going, take other people's shit so for their own survival, right? He said the other thing that we're concerned about, particularly in those areas that were really hard hit, is we want to make sure we're maintaining law and order, addressing would-be looters directly, as he stated. Don't even think about looting. Don't even think about taking advantage of people in this vulnerable situation. And he's right? Because that's what's going to happen. DeSantis continued, saying that local law enforcement is involved in monitoring that. He explained you can have people bringing boats into some of these islands and trying to ransack people's homes. Yes, you can. We saw that when it happened in Texas too. Right? People was going in there with their what's the boats called? They got the flat bottoms. I forgot. Not pontoon boats, like whatever. Your whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Like your bass fishing boats and shit like that. You know what I mean? We got Queen D back in the building. What's going on, Queen D? We got Ahmad Wilson. I appreciate you stopping through. So what's good, Cannon? Queen D says good morning, Cannon, in chat. Reaction PR says funny how the Russians destroyed the far end of the pipeline, not the one closest to them. Salsa Prophet in the building. What's going on? He says what's good, Hotep family. Happy Sunday. Anyway, so we heard what he said, right? Here's Joy Reid's tweet. She goes, when looting starts, the shooting starts. Segregationist Miami Sheriff Walter E. Headley, 1967. Didn't take DeSantis long to return to form. Really? Really, Joy? That's the leap you want to take? That's the leap you want to take. So he's warning would-be looters and criminals. Don't fucking do it. Don't walk up in somebody's house because you might get you might get laid the fuck down. Not only do he got his law enforcement out there, Florida's a stand your ground. Florida is a stand your ground. You walk up at somebody's house trying to take their Fruity Pebbles, you're gonna get your head blown the fuck off. And they got big shit down in Florida because they got alligators. People already lost their homes. The insurance companies might not even cover some of this shit, if any of it. And you think they gonna, people already at their wits end. You think they really gonna let, some looters come in and take the rest of their shit, the little bit that they got left? He gave them a fair warning, which probably did save fucking lives. Like straight up, but you want to make this a racial thing. Like, how do you make that leap? He never once said anything. That means that either A, like Natalie said, you think all homeowners in Florida are white, and that, black and Hispanic and whatever are just the poor underlings of the fucking of Florida. Or you think the black and the Hispanic and other people of color are the poor underlings, and they're out here robbing and stealing and pillaging, and that's only them. You talking to any opportunist that think they're gonna go out here and get some free shit. Thank you, Bruce G. John Boat. That's what it's called, a John Boat. That's what it's called, a John Boat. I appreciate you, Bruce G. Well, yeah, amphibious boat, exactly. Amar says, sad Reid is that coworker you don't like that never gets fired and won't quit. Man, I don't like her style. She's paid to gaslight, man. That's what she's paid to do. If a looter out there fuck around, they're going to come in contact with Rambo knife, a Rambo knife, or a fucking 223 to the chest. You know what I mean? Like, some items are priceless. Stay strong, Florida. That's right. Steph Kerner with the $4 super chat. He says DeSantis is the new liberal grift gold mine. Oh yeah, he is. They gonna be coming for his head, bro. They coming for his head, man. They coming for his head. But this is what the left does, right? Because even before, right, all of this shit went down, even before Ian hit, they were already criticizing him. You know what I mean? They were already criticizing, DeSantis and his preparedness efforts before the hurricane even touched ground. The shit was still like hundreds of miles off the coast, and they were coming for him, right? Natalie says, who wouldn't warn their homeowners in any state? Facts. Another asshole in the building says, indeed, Florida man has decades of inspiration from roof Koreans. But like, check this shit out right here, right? So a reporter tried to get him with this fucking gotcha moment. Like I said, they've been trying to come after him. For his efforts, preparedness efforts, just before the hurricane even fucking touched ground in Florida. You know what I mean? Check this shit out.
Stop it. We declared a state of emergency when this thing wasn't even formed. We've had people in here, you've had counties doing... Yes?
FEMA Administrator Chris Wells said today that she acknowledged concerns that Florida, as was said, lacks response to the storm so far, and that
Whoa. Give me a break. That is nonsense. Stop politicizing, okay? Stop it. We declared a state of emergency when this thing wasn't even formed. We've had people in here, you've had counties doing, they've done a lot of hard work, and honestly, you're trying to attack me.
Yeah, remember rewinding. Y'all see the sign language interpreter? She got some fucking, she must have went to like dramatic acting classes, because she is fucking into her job. But listen to what the guy says.
Yes.
FEMA Administrator Chris Wells said today that she acknowledged concerns that Florida, as was said, lacks response to the storm so far, and that
Give me a break. That is nonsense. Stop politicizing, okay? Stop it. We declared a state of emergency when this thing wasn't even formed. We've had people in here, you've had counties doing, they've done a lot of hard work, and honestly, you're trying to attack me, I get, but like you're attacking these other people who've worked very hard, and so that's just totally false. I don't think we've ever, certainly since I've been governor, declared a state of emergency this early. We made sure that we were very inclusive with it. We said that there was a lot of uncertainty, and we've worked to make sure the preparations that have been done and all this stuff, you talk to the people at the counties when they've needed something, stuff gets there very quickly because of what Kevin and his team have done.
Can we also get you to talk about the historical significance of this storm surge? I mean, we have had...
Shut him straight down, right? Shut him straight down. And that's the thing, right? They always want these gotcha moments. Like I said, they're trying to make him look bad in the public eye. Period. And he's time enough for him. He's time enough for him, as you can see. You know, but, you know, you got people like that reporter. You got people like Reid, who they said want to assassinate their character. If you can't beat them on substance, you assassinate their character. That's what they're doing. And it's just sad. It's sad. Because he's doing the best he can down there, right? But you want to politicize this natural disaster, right? Just like you had the, and correct me if I'm wrong, reaction, you had the mayor of Puerto Rico talking about we have no food and water and Donald Trump isn't helping us. And she did a fucking speech and it looked like she was in a goddamn Costco with so much food behind her, right? Politicizing a natural disaster, purposefully not getting food out to the citizens just to make their political operative look bad, right? We saw that happen over there in Puerto Rico. You feel me? Thing about it is that they're not going to stop. They don't play fair. I've said it all the time, right? Republicans and conservatives want, you know, a fair boxing match. And the left, they got fucking plaster in their raps, ready to fucking knock your lights out. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. It's just what it is. And they're going to, as you see, as the primaries start to come up on us, as debates and us getting ready for that general election and stuff like that, they're going to start to come at him super hard. Super hard. We're going to see that because it's not one thing of trying to get Donnie T out the paint. They got to get Ron DeSantis out the paint too if they have any chance of maintaining the White House. Period. Simple as that. And I'm just speaking objectively because I don't know who I'm going to vote for. You know what I mean? I definitely know right now the left ain't got nobody that, you know, that's even close to speaking to me. Right? You see in the back of me, I had to take my fucking pistol braces off my guns because I've fucking become a fucking felon if I got them on. Thanks to Joe Nichols slicking his people. So I had to revert back to buffer tubes. The dumbest shit in the world. All right? Inflation through the roof. Still costing me $220 to fill my truck. When under Donnie T it was $110. Food is still through the fucking roof. You can't get a good decent steak for a good price. Bruh. You know, it's a thing. DeSantis might be another middle finger to the establishment. He could be establishment himself, you know, but we won't know until the time comes, you know. Anyway, I can't say that he did a bad job down there considering the fucking level of that hurricane. It was a category 4 when it made landfall. It was a 5 and then downgraded to a 4 and still fucking wrecked shop. There's not much you can do to prepare for some shit like that. You know, all you can do is just get your citizens in the, you know, in the best position possible to either evacuate or to, you know, weather the storm, so to speak. And that's why I'm always preaching preparedness. That's why I'm always preaching preparedness. You know, when something like this where your lights is out and, you know, you got, like he said, looters trying to come take your shit because they ain't got nothing. You know, when food might not be coming. You know what I mean? Or scarce because of the situation at hand. You need to be prepared to protect you and yours. You need to be prepared to feed you and yours. That's how that works. That's why the Hoteps preach self-reliance and preparedness. Be ready. Be ready. You know? Just saying. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, Steph, politicizing a natural disaster is wild. You know what I mean? Queen D says, gotta pray for South Carolina too. Didn't look good out. Oh yeah, South Carolina got. I know Myrtle Beach got walloped, and that was just it got downgraded to a Category 1. That shit ain't like no Category 1 to me. But that's what they said it was. Yeah, praying for, prayers go out to South Carolina too. You know what I mean? Hope you guys are made whole, just like I hope Florida is made whole. Hope these jerk-face insurance companies fucking pay out on people's homes to help them out. You know how they do it. Grifters and gotchas. I hear that shit. Marcus Speaks, what's the deal? He says, what's up, Ken? I'll have to catch the rewind. I'm just waking up and catching your stream. I appreciate you, bro, coming through and saying what's up. Sauce says, the reporter asked that like DeSantis was Kathleen Blanco during Katrina. Yeah, yo. She waited until the day before to declare evacuation for New Orleans. You're right. Right? He said, yo, y'all need to fucking get the fuck out of here now. This was a couple of days before, what? Was it like a weekend? Like what? Hurricane hit Friday? I think he was talking Monday, like, all right, guys, it might be time to get the fuck out of here. Shit is crazy. Reaction says the mayor of San Juan, she hoarded the aid in the Coliseum and had the SRT secured. They broke down the pallets and handed out boxes of aid with the city's logo. Queen D says, haven't heard much on Puerto Rico. Anything new there, and how are people crickets? I mean, I need to have you on reaction so we can you can tell us what's the deal. I know you was on the ground in Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? Amal Wilson, the demon worship at its finest. These people are evil. Reaction PR says Biden coming to Puerto Rico on Monday. He's going to visit the Southwest.
Courtney.
Sorry. My sister-in-law calling through. Why is this even? Let me do this. My phone gets connected to my Rodecaster. Turn the Bluetooth off. There we go. Anyway, let me see. Queen D says it was resources already out there. Yeah, it was resources already out there. They were hiding them. You know what I mean? I think you're talking about Puerto Rico. I appreciate it, Natalie. She says that's why we love you, teacher of self-reliance. I try to do my best. I'm still learning myself. Jimmy says more alphabet tyrants ruling with no elected representation. If that isn't tyranny, I don't know what is. That's facts. Sauce says they were calling it a tropical storm by the time it got up to South Carolina, North Carolina. That shit still hit hard, bro. I was like, God damn. What up, Ricky B? We got Ricky Bascom in the building. If y'all don't know, go holler at Ricky Bascom. Go listen to his music. Go over to his YouTube channel. My man got some really innovative music. It's great. He performed for us at Hotep Con. He had a good time. Good time. Sauce says DeSantis was proactive like the governor of Mississippi during Katrina. They declared a state of emergency a whole week before Katrina came through. Yeah. Yep. All right, yeah. As a matter of fact, hey, yo, I'm gonna reach out to you. We're gonna do it tomorrow. Reaction. We're gonna do it tomorrow. I'll bring you on tomorrow. So I'll DM you today, and then I'll probably bring Jay on with us, and then we can chop it up. Queen D says to reaction says thanks for the update. Not much being said, even though I haven't watched TV. No, still ain't nothing really being said about Puerto Rico because they don't care. But reaction was on the ground. I think he still is on the ground down there helping with the recovery efforts and stuff like that. So salute to you, sir. Salute to you. Give you a round of applause for the Lord's work you're doing. All right. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. We got 18 in the building. Let's get 14 likes. Let's get 18 likes, please. 18 in the building, 18 likes. If you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, share this stream. Share this stream. Share this stream. Let people know we live. All right, let me see where we at now. All right, here we go. So, it's a 2-minute video. I'll listen to it a little bit and see if I can't. I don't think it's anything in there that's gonna get me fucked up. But so Russell Brand got censored by YouTube. He got a strike, right? And his video removed. And I know how that shit feels. I know how that shit feels. I had 2 videos removed and I got 2 strikes right now, right? I think actually no, I don't have any strikes. I think I got 1 strike. One of them came off already. But regardless, the first video I got taken down is we had some news come through that Wu-Tang spot over there in China was receiving some shekels from one of our good doctors that headed up our Yamin department over here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Can't really say it. Dr. False. You know what I mean? So I reported on that, right? Had the receipts in it and everything. Had a cool ass video that I referenced from Ben Swan. Shout out to Ben Swan. I ain't seen much about from him lately, but breaking that shit, right? $34 million went over there. Right? The very next day my video was gone and I had a strike. My video was gone and I had a strike for that video. So the only place that kept it up was Rumble. Rumble kept my video up. It's still over there. It still live over there. Second time me and Kid Gravity were we referenced a Joe Rogan interview, right? We did a reaction to a Joe Rogan interview, me and Kid Gravity, right? All these other YouTubers was doing the same shit, right? I get blocked worldwide and I get a strike. Suspended for a week. Or was it 2 weeks? Oh, I think it might have been 2 weeks. Right? And the guest he had on was the dude that created the Oh no, it wasn't him. Who was it, yo? If you in the thing still if you in the chat, grab who was it? Naswar or something like that, I think the guy's name was. Anyway, he was, speaking them facts on that Yamin. Right? He was an authority on it. Speaking of facts on that Yamin. Got struck for medical misinformation and banned worldwide. So, Russell Brand apparently did a video where he said some things that may or may not have been true. I think they're true. I don't think he's saying that he got something wrong and he said it wasn't that serious, but he got something wrong. Yeah, the video is on Rumble. You know what? I'll put it in the description box if y'all guys want to watch the first video I got struck down on. But and if I'm not mistaken, I think, let me see. Hold on. If I'm not mistaken, I think the one that me and Kid Gravity did too is still up there too. Let me see. Let's see what we got going on here. Just do this. Yeah, so yeah. So that one's there. Let me see. Oh, that's the one that got me jacked up. I did a 2,000 Mules. I did a 2,000 Mules review. That one got me my second strike. The Wuhan joint got me my first strike. The Joe Rogan one we didn't put on Rumble, and that's not up there. So the Joe Rogan one got me struck down, and then the 2,000 Mules got me struck down, which is nonsensical, right? Let me say yeah. So anyway, let's get back to it. So I digress. So Russell Brand, right? No, it wasn't Malone. It wasn't Malone. It was somebody Naswar. I was pissed. It's not up on Rumble though. I think it got cut down before it posted itself to Rumble. Cause I got all my shit mirroring over to Rumble and it didn't get over there in time. I think they took that shit down right away. It was crazy. Something Naswar. It was a great interview too. Anyway, but it wasn't Malone. Anyway, let's get to this. Let's get to this video. Yeah, YouTube is turning into their tube. YouTube is definitely an agent for big media. You know what I mean? Simple. But let's get to it. All right, let's go over here. So it's titled "I've been censored on YouTube." Let me go ahead and let's do this. Right.
We have been officially censored by YouTube. They took down one of our videos for misinformation. But why are big media organizations not censored for misinformation in the same way? Is it because YouTube are part of the mainstream media now? Earlier this month, we did a video about the narratives around COVID pandemic and COVID in which we cited information on official government websites which we misinterpreted. I'll have to be careful talking about it now because I don't want to make the same mistake that's had one of our videos pulled down and an official warning issued. The good news is we're moving to Rumble. All of our content is up on Rumble first and we'll be streaming on Rumble every day. We have been persecuted for misinformation and it's right, we have a responsibility to make sure that the information we convey is absolutely 100% as accurate as it possibly could.
And he's right. And if you ever watch any of Russell Brand's videos, right? If you ever watch any of Russell Brand's videos, he has the receipts for everything that he says. He always got the receipts for everything that he says. If he makes a claim, he has the article to back shit up. So that's the thing. And I had articles to back my shit up, right? Jamie on Rogan, he pulls shit up to make sure that he fact checks the shit in real time, right? You know what I mean? This shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. What'd you say? Let's see. Hell, didn't this systematic collusion for 2020 alone give that one away? Alphabet Inc. Yeah, and it's called Alphabet Inc. Come on, guys. Alphabet Inc. is asshole to tool of the LWO. You're right. Yeah, Ricky, you're right. YouTube has officially become a part of the thought police. That's what happens when you take money from the government. Let's not pretend that these companies don't take money from the government. Like I said, when I put in the chat on Hotep's been told you, Twitter was compromised ever since they went public. Ever since they started becoming publicly traded. Same thing with Facebook. Twitter was dying before they got publicly traded. One of the Alphabet boys may or may not have paid Amazon a bunch of fucking money to have control of the back end. Just saying, right? But I digress. Let's get back to the video.
In the mistaken video, we said that the NIH were...
I'm going.
Should have said this. They're trialing.
Oh, okay.
That's
You
what we
censored
should have
itself on me.
said.
Appreciate you.
You pointed that out to us. We made an apology video. We've taken that down as well. YouTube took down our original video. We've taken down the apology video because in case we reiterate the claim while apologizing for it. So both of those videos you can watch right now on Rumble. They're still live on Rumble. That's the reason we're joining them, because they're not going to censor our content. And this information strike and takedown demonstrates exactly what it is we're talking about.
Now, he's right. My videos haven't been taken down. The one Rogan one didn't make it over there in time because that's the one video I did not simulcast to Rumble that day. Like this one right now, it's streaming on Rumble right now. If you want to go to Rumble right now, you can watch the same stream on Rumble as we speak. That one I didn't. I was like, I'm not gonna make another stream. I think we're good because I've seen other YouTubers fucking doing it. But that's what I get. I didn't put that one up there. Anyway, but he's right. You know, they don't take you down. Now they might not monetize some of your videos. Now I have noticed that, Rumble. You won't take it down though. They might not monetize every video you give them, but they won't take your shit down. They haven't yet, at least. They haven't yet, at least.
We made an error, in my opinion, a relatively small error, and we're being penalised. For me, that looks like censorship. And the reason I think it looks like censorship is because there's mainstream media misinformation up all the time.
He's facts. And look, he has receipts. He has receipts. I'm sorry, I got. There we go. He has receipts. He has receipts.
Now we know that the vaccines work well enough that the virus stops with every vaccinated person. A vaccinated person gets exposed to the virus not then use that person to else.
Now, I think most of us know now that that's not true, but that video is up on YouTube right now. In my opinion, that's misinformation. So we're asking, is there one standard for independent news broadcasters like us on our channel and a different standard for what we would call the mainstream media?
I mean, clearly it is. We know, right? Clearly it is. Clearly it is. We've been saying this. Hotep's been telling you. Hotep's been telling you. There's a double standard here because YouTube is in the pocket of, big media and the government. There's no big secret there. There's no big surprise. Maybe for people like him, because honestly, remember when he first started his videos, he was ultra left, and somehow he didn't came all the way over. Not all the way over, but he's middle of the road right now. He asking some common sense questions, right? But before he was marching right along with, the powers that be, lockstep with the status quo. Now he not. Now he's starting to see how it is on this side of the tracks, right? For example, I did a video, right? I did a video basically saying stay strong, Florida, showing some of the devastation that happened and this and that, right? That video only got 60 views. 60 views. Because YouTube shadow banned the hell out of that video. I ain't do no cussing. I ain't do no nothing in that video. They just shadow banned the hell out of that video. Period. Right? Now, I do got some criticisms about Rumble. For one, they need to make their platform a little more user-friendly. Two, Rumble, we shouldn't have to pay to go live on your platform. Come on now. You need to get rid of that fucking feature. I mean, it's not a lot of money to go live every month, but it's like, come on. Really, though? That's what you're going to do? You're going to monetize that shit? If you're going to, when we can upload for free on YouTube, you want to beat YouTube, you need to fix that shit. The way we tag videos, the way the tagging system is fucking weird. I don't even honestly understand how to tag my videos in Rumble. I don't know if I'm supposed to use a space after the comma. Or no space, or no space after the comma when I'm putting tags on the videos to get it watched. You know what I mean? There's some things you need to fix, Rumble, but right now, Rumble is the other alternative, people. As far as they haven't taken any of my shit down, they haven't taken any of my videos down, and they might not monetize them all, but they haven't taken any of my videos down. Let's put it like that. You know what I mean? Like over here on YouTube, they don't send you my notifications out. They don't tell you when I'm live until probably an hour into my live. How far am I into it now? I'm 53 minutes in. I'm about to get off here in a few minutes. They won't tell you until I'm ready to fucking stop before they start sending out my notifications. You know what I mean? By the way, we got 23 people in the building. Please share this stream. Let people know that we are live. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Please, let's get 23 likes. Get 23 likes. I got people that say they leave comments, and I don't have the comments and nowhere to be found. They're actively stifling and censoring dissenting opinions on YouTube. You'll see it more and more happening more and more as elections come up. You're going to start to see them start to, try to get us out of here, right? And although Rumble is a great alternative, the people who need their minds changed, I'll say it like that, right? People who need their minds changed, They're not gonna just go over to Rumble. Let me go look at Rumble, see what those guys are talking about. No. You know, there's a possibility that Rumble becomes a fucking what's the word? Bubble. You know what I mean? Just a bunch of just right-wing opinions. No dissenting opinions. You know, kind of like how Parler and Truth is. You know what I mean? Thing is that YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and all of them, they say that they're a platform and not a publisher, but they're acting like publishers. Right? They're acting like publishers, which they shouldn't be doing if you're a platform. You're just a platform for people to speak on. You have no business censoring and stifling what people hear. We heard Mark Zuckerberg say that shit on Rogan. We heard him say that shit on Rogan, right? And people still ain't getting it. People still ain't getting it. He basically told us that this shit is rigged, essentially. Ain't nobody paying attention. Ain't nobody paying attention. You know what I mean? Let me see. JB says it's not going to censor them yet. Yeah, I mean, it could be a possibility. Hopefully they don't become compromised. Another asshole says, problem is only 5% of audience are capable of platform changes. That is true. Like I just said, some people ain't going to go over the Rumble. Ahmad Wilson says Jimmy Dore has been calling all the MSM reporters actors in the profile states that as well. Yeah. Queen D says can't trust none of these platforms. Once everybody moves to the other site, they'll start censoring all the same gang. Yeah, because you know Big Daddy government gonna move in there and do that whole insurance policy. It sure would be sad if you guys go the way of Parler. Parler was short-lived. Remember that shit? Everybody went over to Parler and they fucking got them the fuck out of there. Jimmy says violating the civil rights of journalists, in my opinion. What you're doing now is journalism protecting by the First Amendment as an inherent right. Anyway, so I'm gonna look at this real quick. I'm gonna play this. So Jimmy sent me over this video. It looks like it's Italy's new PM-elect gave a powerful speech. So let's see what she said. Let's go ahead and cut the music real quick, though. All right, let's get to it.
Sacro. Lo difenderemo Dio, la patria e la famiglia che fanno.
All right, look, I gotta do some reading. All right, let's rewind.
E questo piaccia
like it or
o
not,
del
that
sacro.
is
Lo difenderemo.
And like it or not, that is sacred. We will defend it. We will defend God, country, and family.
Difenderemo Dio, la patria e la famiglia che fanno tanto schifo.
Oh, hold on.
A qualcuno.
Italy seemed to be first female prime minister gave Giorgia Meloni gave this powerful speech back in 2019 preaching against the far left status quo.
C'è quella che ci facciamo oggi perché la
She talking fast as shit. This is about what we are doing here today.
c'è quella che ci facciamo oggi perché la famiglia
Why is the family an enemy? Why is the family so frightening? Ooh.
è un nemico. Perché la famiglia fa così paura. C'è una risposta
There's a single answer to all these questions.
unica per tutte queste domande. Perché ci definisce,
Because
perché
it
è la nostra
defines us,
identità.
because it's our identity.
Perché tutto quello che ci definisce in questo tempo è un
Because
nemico.
everything that defines us is now an enemy. Damn.
Per chi vorrebbe
For
che non
those
avessimo più
who would like
un'identità e
us
che
to no
fossimo,
longer
che
have
fossimo
an identity
solamente
and simply be
schiavi,
perfect
consumatori
consumer
perfetti.
slaves. Ooh.
E allora è sotto
And
attacco
so they
l'identità
attack national
nazionale,
identity, they attack
è sotto
religious
attacco l'identità
identity,
religiosa, è sotto
they
attacco
attack gender
l'identità di
identity,
genere,
they
è
attack
sotto
family
attacco
identity.
l'identità familiare. Non devo
I
potermi
can't define
definire
myself as Italian,
italiana,
Christian woman,
cristiana,
mother,
donna,
no.
madre,
Damn.
no. Io devo essere
I
cittadino
must be
X,
citizen
genere
X, gender X, parent 1, parent 2. I must be a number.
X, genitore 1, genitore 2, devo essere un numero. Perché quando
Because
sarò
when I'm
solamente
the
un numero,
only
quando non avrò più un'identità,
because when I am only a number, when I no longer have an identity or roots, I see what
quando
she's
non avrò
doing.
più radici, beh allora sarò
Then I will be
lo
the perfect
schiavo
slave at the
perfetto in
mercy
balia
of
della grande
financial
speculazione
speculators.
finanziaria. Il consumo
The perfect consumer.
E questa è la ragione per la quale
That's the reason why
questa è la ragione per
that's the
la quale
reason why
oggi
we
noi
inspire
facciamo
so
tanta
much
paura. Questa è la ragione
fear.
per la quale
That's
oggi questo
why this event inspires so much
appuntamento
fear.
fa tanta
I
paura.
guess she's talking about the
Perché noi non vogliamo essere
Yameen.
dei numeri, noi siamo
Because we do not want to be numbers. We will defend the value of the human being. I
qui
hear
per dire
that.
che noi non siamo dei numeri, noi difenderemo il valore della persona umana, di ogni singola
Every single human being, because of each of us, has a unique genetic code that is unrepeatable.
persona umana, perché ognuno di noi ha un codice genetico unico e irripetibile. E questo piaccia o
And
no,
like it or
è
not,
sacro.
that is sacred.
Lo
We will
difenderemo,
defend it.
difenderemo Dio,
We will
la
defend
patria,
God,
la
country,
famiglia,
and family.
che fanno tanto
Those
schifo
things
a
that
qualcuno.
disgust people so
Lo
much,
faremo per
we will
difendere
do
la
it to
nostra
defend our
libertà,
freedom,
perché
because
noi
we
non
will
saremo
never be
mai
slaves and simple
schiavi e semplici
consumers
consumatori
at
in
the
balia
mercy
della
of
speculazione
financial
finanziaria.
speculators.
Ecco la nostra
That is
missione,
our
ecco perché
mission.
oggi sono
That is
venuta
why I
qui.
came here
Scriveva
today. Chesterton wrote
ormai più di
more
un
than a
secolo
century
fa.
ago,
Vediamo se ve lo trovo. Fuochi verranno
fires will
appizzati
be
per dimostrare che
kindled
2 più 2
to
fa 4.
testify that 2 and 2 make
Spade verranno
4. Is that what
sguainate
she said? Damn,
per dimostrare che le foglie
sorry guys.
sono sguainate. Spade
That 2 and 2 make 4.
Spade verranno
Swords will
sguainate
be drawn to prove that leaves are green in the summer.
per dimostrare che le foglie sono verdi in estate. Quel tempo è arrivato,
The time has arrived. We are ready. Thank you.
signori. Siamo pronti. Grazie.
Our nation has experienced an unprecedented social and economic decline, with a progressive deterioration of public finances, the quality of life of citizens, and the competitiveness of our businesses. With the left in power, the state has turned hostile to citizens and businesses, increasingly violating individual liberties. Yes, freedom. Freedom is for us the most precious wealth. This compass guides our historical judgment. The Italian right has handed fascism over history for decades now, unambiguously condemning the suppression of democracy and the ignominious anti-Jewish laws. And equally unambiguous, of course, is our condemnation of Nazism and communism, the latter being the sole totalitarian ideology of the 20th century that still is in power in some countries, surviving its tragic failures, and that the left has a hard time condemning, perhaps partly because it has received generous funding from the Soviet Union for decades.
Damn, she based. She based, ain't she? Damn. Okay. And she easy on the eyes. Go figure. And Italy sound like they got a revolution coming, right? Italy sound like they might get some relief happening here. I hope so. You know, salute to George. What's her name? Giorgia Meloni. Salute to Giorgia Meloni. She get a round of applause. She get a round of applause. Anyway, what's up, Demonat? Demonat in the building. Demonat in the building. Let me see. Trusted News Initiative. Look it up. Trusted News Initiative. The full video starts after the Daily Car intro. Yeah, thanks. I didn't peep that. Family keep youngins into culture. I agree. She is ready to go. I hope she is surrounded by trusted people. She needs protection. You know they're gonna have the implants, right? You know they're gonna have the implants. This is a Trusted News Initiative. It's from BBC. Let's see what this says. Trusted News Initiative to combat the spread of harmful vacation disinformation and announces major research project. So that sounds like the that tells me everything I need to know. Trusted News Initiative partners will continue to work together to ensure legitimate concerns about future vacations are heard, whilst harmful disinformation myths are stopped in their tracks. That just sounds like the Ministry of Truth that we got here. Sounds exactly like the Ministry of Truth that we got here with that crazy lady that was like doing the Mary Poppins song parody, whatever the fuck she was doing. It's here, guys. That dystopian future that we only watched in movies and shit like that is here. It's here. I mean, what more can I say? You know, gotta protect your neck, people. Watch out for the hook. They telegraph their punches. We see that you got Bill Gates calling, saying, "Oh, we're about to head into a civil war and this and that." They telegraph their punches, man. You see with the Nord Stream thing, Joe Nicholslick basically said, "Yeah, if y'all keep doing what you're doing, we gonna sabotage your oil." And lo and behold, you know, not saying that we did it, but Treadstone. I'm not saying that we did it, but again, I'm not saying that we did it, but some red flags came up. It's sabotage. Not only sabotage, the part that was sabotaged is like 300 meters below sea level, below the sea. Anyway, like I said, watch out for the hook, guys. They like telegraphing their punches. Anyway, I appreciate you guys rolling with me. I appreciate it. We are coming up on a little over an hour. If you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know, or supposed to let you know, when I got new content coming out. Please, please, please share this stream. Let people know we're live. Head on over to Rumble. Subscribe to my Rumble channel. I appreciate it. It's Canon Hotep on Rumble as well. Anyway, it's Sunday, guys. Go hug your loved ones. Give them a kiss on the cheek or something. Have a good day, guys. Watch some Bread and Circuses. Watch some Plantation Ball if it gets your mind off of the nonsense. Anyway, it's Canon Hotep saying, stay safe, stay well, stay strapped, protect your chicken. I'll holler at you.